Hello, hi guys. I hope you're doing well. Hello everyone. We already have people. Let me open the chat. Okay, guys. Let me see who is in the room. So say hello, and if you can hear me well, please put a plus. So we have a return connection, and I know everything works perfectly. I hope you're doing well and you're very excited starting yoga with me for this next 12 weeks. We're going to start slowly but steadily, and I hope you're going to really enjoy it. Let me just check how many and what is happening in our chat room. Okay. Please don't be shy, start chatting. So I'll write this. Hello everyone. Okay. Before we start, guys, I really would like to know your background in yoga. So at least I know your level of doing yoga. Yoga is such an amazing way of life. It becomes part of your life. And it's really will start changing not only your body, but it will start working on a deeper level. It will start working with your mind, and it will start working with your soul, with your heart. Let me know your levels. If you are a complete beginner, please put 0. If you practice the yoga a few times, please put 1. Hello, Yurada. Hello, Shaheen. Hi, guys. If you, let's say, intermediate practitioner, please put 2. And if you're an advanced practitioner, please write 3. Please, I'll know your levels, and I will be giving a few moderations and modifications for the practice today. Let me explain you what we're going to do today. Today's going to be a kind of an introduction. It's going to be very simple, but it's going to be very deep. We will do a hatha flow style. So sometimes we will be moving with the breath, and today our target is to connect the breath and the movement. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions. If you have any injuries or specific areas in your body that you want me to focus for the class and particularly give you some variations, don't be shy. Mark it in the chat room so I can see it and then I can accommodate it. Right? Are you ready for yoga? I hope you're going to enjoy it very much because it's simple. You have an access to this video for another 74 hours. And if you have a yoga mat, please prepare your space. If you can see, I have prepared 2 blocks. Let me just show them to you. Because sometimes we will use them, especially if you're beginners. These are very important props. So we have 2 blocks. We have the foamy one, a very light one, and we have a wood block. These are usually more expensive, but they're very good quality. And these are less expensive. I usually get this from Decathlon in Dubai, and it's just like maybe 25 to 30 dirhams. So definitely get one, because you may definitely need it. So these are the major tools and major props that we have. So first are the blocks. Second is a yoga belt. So just something like this. You can get anywhere as well, in any sports stores or any yoga studio. It's also very good because sometimes later on you may need to use it for the grip, or let's say tie it up and find a much stronger connection. Today we will not need it, but maybe in the future classes we definitely may need it as well. And as many kilos as you wish. To sit, to prop, to rest in Shavasana or during the meditation so that your hips are a little bit higher and your knees are not disturbing you. Okay? Let's begin. So we're going to start with the breathing, and today I will introduce you a minor, simple part, how breathing is important in our yoga practice. What I have seen many times, students, when they come to yoga, they slightly mixed up yoga with Pilates, because in Pilates there is a very different breathing technique they scale through the mouth. In yoga, we always inhale and exhale through the nose. No matter what, there are only some pranayama, which means some breath exercise where the teacher will tell you, exhale from the mouth. And this is usually most of the time the cleansing breath that I will teach you today. We will also learn how to use the Ujjayi breathing, the victorious breathing, the breath of an ocean. It's a very important breathing because it calms your mind because of the friction of the air moving through your vocal cords, and it keeps you calm, but at the same time, it helps you to stay present within the body and work with the breath in each pose. By working with the breath in each pose, you will be able to go much deeper and develop and experience new sensations within the pose. So what is the Ujjayi breathing? Think as if you're breathing into the mirror, like we've all been kids, so let's say into the window. That sound, can you just do it again? So now try to make the same sound but with your lips closed. So it will be like, you got some shoulders, drop your shoulders back and down, lift through the center of the heart, lift through the crown of the head, and then just do a few more times on your own. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose as well. Victorious breathing. So the same breath, the same sound you can produce on inhale and on exhale at the same time. At the beginning, you may be a bit confused, but with the time and with the practice, this breath will become so natural. And this breath is very calming and cooling, so if you have trouble sleeping at night, just practice a little bit for a few minutes and you'll feel the difference. You'll be able to fall asleep much easier. So again, let's do a few breaths in and a few breaths out. Now bring your both palms in front of your heart. This is the time when we set up an intention for our practice. Every time we go practicing a movement, we can set up an intention or we can dedicate our practice to someone who is in need, to something that is higher and bigger than us. It's all a personal decision. Just remind yourself why you're here, why you're in this moment, why you're practicing yoga, what is it that you want to change about yourself, about your life. Just keep it in mind so the energy will work in your good benefits. Continue with your eyes, so start centering, start feeling present. Keeping your face soft all the time for the practice. I'll bring your attention to your face. So we keep our face muscles soft. The moment your face becomes very stiff, that means that you're holding some tension. And through relaxing our face muscles, we will be able to melt, to soften in the pose. I welcome you to check 3 continuous universal sounds of home with me together. If you're not feeling comfortable to do so, just listen or you can join at your own pace and at your own moment. So inhale through the nose, fully exhale. Inhale. Inhale. On exhale, bow to your heart as a reminder that yoga is all about union between the mind, body, and the spirit. It's a reminder that the mind Always balance to the heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for sharing your yoga journey with me. I'm very honored to be here today to share my passion for yoga with you and teach you some yoga tricks. Let's begin. So we're gonna go on our mat. I prepared a very simple sequence, so we're gonna start very slowly with some warm-ups. And again, we're going to continue with Ujjayi breathing no matter how much we move and how fast we move. So we're going to warm up with the cat series to warm up our spine. So we're going to roll the shoulders back. We're going to lift our tailbone. Pull the palms toward the knees and stretch your heart forward, lifting the chin forward and up. So inhaling here. Exhale, rounding in and pressing the lower back against the back wall, pressing the floor weight. Exhale. Slowly inhale, pull the palms toward the knees, stretch the whole front body, push your heart forward, long neck. Exhale, rolling in, push the lower back against the back wall, stretch. Inhale, and exhale. Continue with your own pace a few more times here. I really like in this pose to discover my body, to really discover where I hold the tension so you can turn and see on one side, you can turn and see on the other side, like wave your tail like a little paddle, pop straight your heart. Exhale, push it. And again, here you can move your pelvis from right to left, so feel the tension. If you find something that your body needs more tension, and maybe holding a little bit or stretching a little bit, feel free to do so. Move with awareness. Move with your easiness and listen to the body. This is why we're all doing my yoga and why we're coming on the mats. So from here, we're going to really go a little bit deeper. We're going to start going into the weight. So inhale, rolling all the way in. Exhale, tucking the table and pressing the floor away, keeping the chin as close as possible to the floor. Inhale, roll it in. Bend your elbows, keep your shoulders away from the ears. Push. So imagine that your side is away. Inhaling with the breath. Exhale, bend and push the floor away. 5 more times like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come into the child pose. Stretch a little bit here, rest. At the beginning, this will be your resting pose. This will be your favorite pose. So every time you feel out of the breath, just feel free to come here. No matter where we continue, just listen to the breath and listen to what your body requires. From here, I'm going to lift up. I'm going to remove my top so you can clearly see what is happening and how we're going to be moving. So keep your hips above your knees. Walk your arms forward as much as you need so your chest can come down, so your sternum can come down. For some of you, maybe it will be here, so chin, chest on the floor, and you're going to stay here. For some people, you can come a little bit closer. And from here, we're going to do again the same movement like the weight moving with the spine. So inhale, rolling in. Exhale, pushing the floor away, bringing your chest as close as possible to the closer. Inhale. Exhale. We can tap your toes. It will be much more easier and stronger for connection foundation. Again, one more time. Inhale. Push the floor away through the palms and stretch the whole front of the back. Inhale, slowly rolling in. Again, bring the palms under your shoulders. And just roll your shoulders in circles. And now forward in the opposite direction. Very good. From here, keep your knees together. Roll your shoulders back, so come into that cow position, stretch your heart forward. And lift your right leg as high as you can. The most important is not to open your hips the outside. Close your hips, so square your hips so your hips are in one line. From here, we're going to work from the foot. So really engage your kneecap, stretch your heart forward, stretch your heart away from the heel. So inhale in here, exhale, foot point. Inhale, foot flat. The toes are not facing outside, but always facing down toward the floor, the hip to the heel. Exhale, point, engage the kneecap. One more time. Foot flat, foot point. Now inhale, foot flat. Exhale, bringing knee toward your nose. Roll in and press the floor away. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, keep your leg back, foot flat. Stretch the heel away from the heart. Inhale, in here. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale in this pose. Exhale, move the leg back. Again, foot flat, shoulders away from the ears, long neck. One breath in. Exhale, knee toward the nose. Last breath in here, push the floor away. Inhale. Exhale, release knees on the ground. Child position. Come slowly resting down here. Just a few breaths to calm down. This is the moment when we start looking inside. What is happening within our bodies, within our mind? What happens with our emotions? What is coming to the surface? Staying present. Collecting our breath. Let's do it the other way. On the other side. Inhale again, lift all the way up. Shoulders, palms under your shoulders. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your sitting bones as high as you can. Shoulder blades toward the spine. Now lift another leg up. Again, hips are square, foot flat. So push the heel against the back wall and stretch your heart away from the heel. Inhale. Exhale, foot point. Inhale, foot flex. Exhale, point. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. One more time, inhale, flex. Exhale, now slowly move the knee toward your nose. Inhale, in here. Exhale, move the leg back, foot flex. Stretch for the heart, engage the back leg. Inhale, in here. Exhale, again, knee to the nose. Inhale in this pose, press the floor away, lift the heel as high as possible, closer toward the body. Exhale, lift up. Last one, inhale, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, release, child pose. Take a few breaths. Sometimes working slower with the basic asana allows us to go much deeper into very important muscles and connective tissues. Allows us to warm up and prepare our bodies safely for more advanced poses. So from here, inhale, lift all the way up. This is a very important alignment factor. So in all our unbalances, make sure that all joints are above each other. So your wrists are above, like your shoulders above your wrist. So your shoulders are not passing your wrist. It's always all joints carry the weight one above another one. You're gonna tuck your toes. You're gonna really make sure that your lower back is parallel to the ground, and you're gonna lift your knees off the ground. And you're gonna really get stronger in your feet. You're gonna slowly move backward and upward, but really keep sucking the belly in. Push the lower back against the ceiling. Bring the lower ribs into your tummy. So let's inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, shoulders wide away from the neck. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Slowly come, down, stretch, child pose. Just 2 breaths in here. Slowly roll, come to sit it on your heel. If you cannot sit on your heel, this is where the block or a pillow comes handy. You can lift and put, let's say, a pillow or blanket between your knees so you can sit and support and cushion yourself. Now interlace both hands behind, roll the shoulders back and upward, lift for the heart, and push your palms closer toward the ground but lift for the heart. Stay with the breath. So pushing your palms down, open your chest up. You're going to bring the right ear as close as possible toward your right shoulder. Just a few breaths here, so you feel a good stretch on the left side of the neck. Inhale to the center and exhale now. You lift for the heart, push your palms down and bring the left ear toward the left shoulder. Deep breath in. From here, remove anything what you have and you can lay down on the tummy. Legs together. Inhale, stretch. So elbows facing forward, fingers facing toward your stomach. Lift your lower ribs up and move, stretch your tummy forward. So think as if you're walking with your ribs to the front of them. Just staying in here and now bring your elbows under your shoulders. We'll drop the shoulders, so do a few rolls here. Again, make sure that your forearms are parallel. Again, you keep squeezing your legs together. If you feel any decompression in the lower back, this is the time when you start really pressing your pubic bone down and stretching your heart forward. So here we're going to go into the Sphinx pose. So you're going to pull the palms, pull the elbows toward the stomach, toward the lower ribs. You drop the shoulders, so open your collarbones, open your chest bone, and push the heart forward. Like babies, you're trying to really stretch the whole front of the body. Bring press all 10 toes to the floor, and open your chest bone fully, chest forward. Again, dry breathing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, long neck, working on really bringing the bases of the shoulder blades together. From here, you're going to keep your shoulders where they are, especially the left shoulder is not moving. Only the right shoulder moves back and down, so shoulder blade moves closer toward the spine. You turn your neck, and you look into the right heel. But at the same time, you're engaging your left shoulder as well. Stay breathing, breathe deeply. Stay with the dry breathing through the nose, and you feel a very good stretch. Not only some engagement in the shoulder blades, but you also will feel a lot of stretching happening in your left side abdominal muscles. Inhale to the center, again you lift. Exhale, this time you keep the right shoulder where it is, but you drop the left shoulder back and down. So shoulder blades moves closer toward the spine, and you look and check on your left heel. There you go. Inhale to the center. From here, you need to close your elbows a little bit closer toward you. You're going to round and start rounding in. Bring the chin toward the chest. Keep squeezing your legs. Lift your knees off the ground. And lift and literally push the heart up to the ceiling. So inhale in here. Exhale, knees, hips, ribs on the ground, Sphinx position open. Inhale in Sphinx. Exhale, rolling in. Inhale in baby plank. Exhale, knees, hips and ribs on the ground. Roll your shoulders back, stretch your heart forward. One more time. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, keep your pressing toenails to the ground. Roll in. Belly button toward the spine, lift the hips, lift the knees, keep squeezing your legs together. Push for the heart. Exhale, release. And then here, slowly move to the child position. And take a small few breaths so your lower back relaxes, stretch it in. And relax. And again, bring your hips above your knees. We're going to come into the Anahata Asana, melting heart. So walk your hands a little bit forward, so making sure that your chest and chin comes down. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you can move a little bit forward so you feel very comfortable. I'm going to move a little bit deeper so I can feel more opening in the chest. Anahata means heart, so it's heart melting, chest opening position. Yeah. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, rolling in. Again, show me that angry cat, knees together, push. Bring the chin toward the chest, roll in and press the lower back against the back wall. Very good. So from here, we're going to come into plank. So step one foot back, step another foot back. Again, same principle in all arm balances. All joints above each other. So the way they all evenly carry the weight. So we engage less muscles, but bones carry all the weight. From here, just move forward, backward. Again, with the breath. Inhale and exhale. Hold it in. Now again, both feet together. Again, squeeze your inner thighs very tight. And same principle, forward and back. Make sure that the shoulders are not next to your ears. So push your shoulders away from the ears. And one will be the most important part. There is no sexy body in here. I'm not holding like this. You see, I'm zipping my pants very tight. I'm sucking the belly button toward the spine, and I'm lengthening from the heels to the crown of the head. From here, you're going to bend your knees. Maybe you can step your feet a little bit and open your feet hip distance wide. Bend your knees and bring your chest, bring your ribs as close as possible toward your knees, toward your thighs. Keep pushing, pressing the floor away. From here, lift your hips, lift your sitting bones as high as possible. It's not important if your legs are straight or if your heels on the ground. This is secondary. The most important that your arm, elbow, shoulder, sitting bones are in one line. So there's a lot of chest opening. So from here, again, let's move. Inhale, come to plank. Make sure that the shoulders above your wrist. Exhale, bend your knees. Lift your sitting bones as high as you can. So inhale in here. Exhale, with transition, we'll move into the plank position. Inhale, in plank. Exhale, bend your knees and lift your hips as high as you can. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, rolling into the plank. Feeling how every muscle, every bone moves. Last one in here. Inhale in here. Exhale, bending your knees, lifting to the sitting bones. From here, we're going to add a bit of chaturanga, but we're going to go with the baby chaturanga. So we'll flow and connect free movements all together. So from the downward facing dog, inhale, come to plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale, knees on the ground. Again, no sexy body. You tuck your tailbone in and your knees, hips, shoulders in one line. On exhale, bend your elbows just a little, but hug your elbows toward the chest, stretch your heart forward. So inhale in here. Exhale, drop your hips on the ground and you will be in cobra position. Again, shoulders backward. Inhale, press your thighs into the ground. Exhale, moving backward to child pose. Lift your sitting bones and then down facing dog. Let's do it a few more times. So inhale, plank. Exhale, knees on the ground. Bend your elbows. Baby chaturanga. Drop your hips on the ground. Inhale, Keep the Cobra Bhujangasana. And exhale, slowly moving backward into downward facing dog. Let's do one more time in here. So we learned how to flow through basic vinyasa. Inhale, right? Exhale, knees, elbows on the ground. So you see my shoulders are not passing my elbows. I drop my hips and I'm immediately in the cobra position. My chest is open. Exhale, I'm pushing backward to child pose, and from child pose, I lift through the downward facing dog. You can bend one knee, bend another knee. So feel how good it is on your body. Stretches. And from here, slowly, slowly, start walking to the front. Bring your both feet together. Bend your knees. Stretch your heart forward. So try to bring your ribs, your stomach on top of your knees. Your knees slightly bent. So either you stay in here, or if you're okay, you can go and grab the ankles behind. Keeping knees bent. Try to glue your whole front body, even your cheeks, even your face to the knees. You're gonna stay 3 more breaths in here. Inhale, exhale, 1. Again, dry breathing, feeling what is happening. With the time, you continue gluing your body, your whole torso to your thighs, and then, without spreading, without making any space, you will work lifting your sitting bones, stretching your legs. Last breath in here. Exhale. Slowly roll all the way up. Shoulders down. Just bring one hand on your tummy, one hand on your hip. Just be present. What is your body saying? What is your mind saying? What do you feel inside your heart? Tadasana, the mountain pose. Really feel connection through your feet, to the heels, through your energy roots, going down to the center of the earth. Staying with the breath. Feeling your connection, your foundation with the Mother Earth. So I'm going to turn here, but you still will be facing so you can see me. Your both legs are together. You're gonna, keeping your hips where they are, you're just gonna work with the upper chest. You're gonna grab and push against the right knee. And bring the shoulder one on top of another and stretch your arms up. So one side is shortening, but the other side, when purpose, lengthening and opening, try to open the space between the ribs. If you no longer are sitting here, last in, inhale, come to the center. Notice the difference in both sides length. Now going to the other side, so you can move your hips to, so the hips are in the middle. So one side is shortening, you're pressing against the knee, so you're creating more leverage to create an open the long side. And pushing, the looking down, so the back of the neck is stretching, and really stretching your arm up to the sky. 3 deep Ujjayi breaths in here. So inhale, exhale 1. Again, keep squeezing your inner thighs, strong foundation, strong roots. Exhale 2. Inhale, press and stretch, try to open that side even more. Inhale to the side. Close your eyes again, both hands under your heart. Just become aware. Feel the space within your under your skin. At the same time, if you can step out of the periphery of the body and feel the space around So we're going to turn again and really focus on the command. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up. Exhale, bow forward. So you can go and bow all the way down. Even if you don't touch the floor, you can stay here, or you can try to bring the crown of the head. You can bend the knees and go all the way. But really work on touching the floor with your fingertips. This is where the blocks become very handy. So you can maybe put two blocks, maybe with one leg, and stay here as high as much as you can. If you don't have blocks and you can touch, you can grab one foot and lift the back leg as high as you can. So 3 breaths in here again, strongly connecting to the standing leg. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, look forward, and now step your back foot. We started with the left leg, so my right leg in the front, my left leg is strong. Bring your both feet into hip distance wide. This is rule number 1. Rule number 2, your knee is always 90 degrees, so the knee is always above the heel. So once you're here, square your hips, hug your legs to the middle line, bring your arms forward, bring the ribs inside the inner thigh, and try to stretch your heart away from the back here. So maybe you can stay in here, or maybe you can come into a bit high lunge. But I really want you to keep a connection with your lower rib and the inner thigh, so you're engaging and working from the legs. So one more breath in here, strong, so really hug your legs toward the midline. And exhale, hands on the ground, bring the knee on the ground. Again, if you have problems with the knee, you can cushion it with the pillow, with the blanket, or with the towel. Stretch the front leg. So here, inhale, bend the front leg. Exhale, stretch the front leg, go deeper. Inhale, open up. Exhale, forward. This is the half split. Again, inhale. And exhale. So from here again, you can keep the legs straight, you can keep the knee bent, but I really want you to work and create the fluidity with the spine. So inhale, open up, moving like a wave. Exhale, going up. Inhale, moving up. So toes facing toward your face. Exhale, going up. 2 more times. Inhale, roll in. Exhale, forward. Inhale, go in. Exhale, forward. And again, we're going to bend the front knee. We're going to go a little bit deeper into the hip flexors. So if you have a block, or you can maybe use the chair, put the block, one elbow on the front of the knee. I'm untucking my back foot, and I lift my knee off the ground. So really engaging your legs. Maybe you can stay here, and again working on stretching your heart forward, but engaging, working for the back leg. Drop your shoulders down. So one breath in here. Exhale, release knee on the ground. Again, moving into the house here. Just calm down in here. There. From here, we're going to step back into the downward facing dog. And slowly move through the floor. So inhale, come to plank. Knees on the ground. And the elbows a little bit. Drop the hips down. Bhujangasana Cobra. Exhale, child pose. And downward facing. Just take one deep breath in here, experience it, and then step to the front. Look up halfway, then you can keep the knees bent. Exhale, long forward. So again, you can grab your ankles, you can hold here, you can place your hands on the block, stay in. Now, we're going to lift the right leg up. So the opposite leg. Again, you can use the blocks under your arm, you can hold maybe here, or you can go as deep as you can for 3 full breaths. So it's really working as high as you can with that leg. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. And now slowly stepping back into the low lunge. Again, feet hip distance wide. The front leg is 90 degrees. So either you are here, Maybe you're here, but what I'm doing is bring the lower ribs inside, bringing the thigh. Make sure that that thigh is facing down and your kneecap is very active. Press the heel backward. So maybe you stay in here, or you can go into the full variation. Just a few breaths, because this teaches you to use and engage your legs without straining your lower back. Inhale and exhale. Hands on the ground, knee on the floor. Inhale. Stretch the front leg out. Split. Bend the front knee. Twist and pose. Again, slowly with the breath, moving into the half split. Bend the knee up in your heart. Twist and pose one at a time. Good. Now here, we're going to work with the fluidity of the spine, so you can maybe keep the front knee slightly bent. So roll in, exhale, inhale, exhale, down, inhale, exhale. Just take one more breath in here. Go as deep as feels okay. Be gentle with your hamstrings. Now bend the front knee. Again, you can use the block. And you're placing it here. Untie your back toes and lift the back knee. So maybe you're here, or maybe you're in here. And again, you're working on engaging and hugging your inner thighs towards the knee line, but at the same time, you're fully working on engaging the back knee. Then exhale. Knee on the ground. Last time, move to the half split. And again, from here, we step back into the downward facing dog. So, knees, bring your chest as tall as possible toward your knees, and work on lifting your sitting bones, spreading your sitting bones away from each other. So your heart can open closer, more toward the ground. Let's do one moving yasana. So inhale, move to plank. Make sure the shoulders are above your waist, shoulders away from the ears. Knees on the ground. Bend your elbows. Drop your hips on the floor. Cobra Bhujangasana. Exhale. Slowly moving backward to down facing dog. Now step in of the foot and bring them parallel to each other so you can see me. It's like a wide angle pose. If you can touch the floor, that's fine. That's very good. If you cannot, again, this is where the block is handy. Sometimes if you don't have a block, you can use a box, a chair, whatever it is meaningful. So from here, we're going to interlace our hands behind. So I'm just putting here, roll your shoulders backward. Work on stretching your arms away and trying to bring the torso down. So pushing your arms away from the shoulders. Pressing through the inner heels down to the ground so you're activating and going through the hips. And trying to go as deep as you can. Just one more breath in here. And now slowly rolling up. Grab your knees. Turn your heels inside. So inhale. Lift up. Exhale. Sitting lower. Again, knees above your heels. Sit as low as possible, but again, keep your tummy inside. So bring your bottom toward the spine. Again, a few more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Then pressing for the heels, you can lift the toes to feel the connection through your thighs. Inhale, lift. Exhale. From here, either you have an option to hang it down in here, but really go deeper into the hips. If you can go and bring your torso in between the knees, keeping your spine straight and holding it here. This is variation 1. Variation 2, if you can go into the twist from the upper chest, You're staying here, but again, make sure that the hips and knees are in one line. Inhale, center. Exhale to exhale. Good. Inhale, hands on the ground, stretch your legs, and just wiggle your hips. From here, you're going to bend one knee. And again, pushing the knee away, open your heart as much as you can. Into the cossack splits. So go a little bit deeper into the hip joints. So inhale, you can support yourself with your hands. Go as low as you can, move to the other side. So pressing the knee away, stretching your heart forward. Inhale again, slowly move. Exhale. Inhale in the pose. Exhale, move to transition to the other side. One more time. Inhale in the pose. Exhale, transition. Inhale. Exhale. From here, step to the front of the mat. And you're going to bring your both feet together. So you're going to bend your knees a little bit. And you're going to work with your sitting bones backward. Raise your arms up. So inhale, open, lift for the heart. Feet flat, feet active like a mirror facing toward your face. Inhale, exhale, feet point, active kneecaps. We're rounding in, bringing torso and arms parallel to the ground, rounding in your lower back. So inhale, inhale, exhale, bend your knees, opening for the heart, feet flex. So inhale here, exhale, transition move. Rounding move like a piece of paper, roll in, if you want to kiss the belly button. Inhale in the pose, exhale, transition. Inhale, again, push the heart forward, arms up. Last time, exhale. Engage, engage. Very good. Now bring your hands next to your hips. Keeping the legs together. If your knees are opening, this is where the yoga belt is handy. So you can tie the knees and hold it there. So from here, you're going to lift. Keep your knees together. Drop your head back. So one breath in here. Lift the hips as high, lift the shoulders away from the floor. Exhale, look forward and lift one leg up. So one full breath in here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bring both legs together. Exhale, squeezing knees, lift through the heart. Drop your head back. One breath in here. Inhale and exhale in here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, lift another leg up. So take one breath in and breathe out. Inhale, slowly lower down on the ground. And from here, lift your hips higher. So your feet hip distance wide, thumbs in front of your feet. You're going to push the floor away, drop the head between the shoulders. You can bend the knees, lift your heels, and just working, pressing the floor away. So inhale in here, exhale. One more time, inhale, and exhale. And slowly move back. And breathe out. Elbows forward, stretch the whole front body. Open your legs wide. Lift your legs higher. Feet facing, toes facing down. And lift your arms next to your shoulders. One breath in and breathe out. From here, bring your legs together, feet point, and walk your arms backward. Inhale and exhale. From here, inhale, lift your arms forward. One breath. Lift your legs together up to the sky. Exhale. Inhale, push all the way backward to the child pose. Just take a few breaths to rest in here. slowly come to sit to the front. Move your sitting bones backward. This time, you're going to place your hands, fingers facing outside. Bend your elbows and lift with the heart. You can bend your knees. But I really want you to lift with the heart. So holding this chest open position, see if you can walk your feet closer. You can walk your arms a little bit closer. Bend your elbows, lift with the heart, and lift your feet off the ground. Now you're going to bring your feet parallel to the ground. Bring your arms parallel to your legs. Shoulders backward, lift with the heart. Inhale and exhale. Now a little stretch. Work on stretching your legs. And work on stretching your arms. Just one breath in. And exhale, release. Shake your legs. Very good. Bring your right leg in. So fully close it. Exhale, open it outside. This is very important. If your knee is not coming on the ground, you can support it with the block. Again, if by going forward you will not be able to go, you can always bend the knee, you can always drop by putting something under the knees. So grab your ankle, because this is another good time when the yoga belt is working, so you can grab it. Inhale, open up. Make sure you're grounded for the sitting bones, and exhale, you're going all the way down. Just a few breaths in here. Try to create an open nose space. Grounding through both sitting bones. From here, look up. Bring the elbow inside the left knee. Left elbow inside the left knee. Open your arm, right arm up. Maybe staying in here. If you want to go and grab your head and just working on opening your rib cage. Your right kidney area up to the sky. But at the same time, you're strongly connected to your legs and elbow, and you're pressing them down to the ground. The more you press, the more you will be able to open the right side of the body. From here, take a deep breath in. You're going to bring the right knee down toward the chest and step it outside of your left knee. So lifting from the left side of the body, bring the left elbow, press it against the right knee so you can stay in here. Again, press through both sitting bones to the ground, lift to the heart, and see if you can look and check what is happening behind your right shoulder. Inhale, release to the center. And both knees. Look up, maybe use the blood bag. Exhale, Paschimottanasana forward. Fold. Just a few breaths in. Drop the shoulder in the left. Pause. Take a few breaths inside. Slowly roll. Bring the left knee toward the chest. Lift to the heart and see if you can open and place the left knee. Inhale. Turn your heart toward the foot. Keep the right leg active. And exhale, go all the way down. Maybe with the belt. Maybe you will be here. Maybe you can go all the way down. Treat your body with respect. The body needs some time. The body needs patience and understanding from you. So every time you're in pose, by breathing dry breath, you'll be able to understand the needs of the body, the resistance that you may feel in different parts of it. You always treat the body with respect. Inhale up. Exhale, placing the right elbow inside the right knee, or maybe on top of the knee. It's all individual. You can also put it on the block. Open up to the heart. Lift your left arm. Maybe hold the neck. And see if you can press firmly through the both sitting bones. Elbow, the right leg. Maybe left into the ground. And see if you can open more space and lengthen through this left side of the body. To the left kidney area. Left ribs. Staying with the shallow breath. Inhale and exhale. If you feel that you want to spend a little bit longer, you can practice it and spend more time. You can stop it later on and practice it and feel, discover even more deeper area. Inhale. Come to the center. Now bring the left knee toward your chest. Step it outside of your right knee. Inhale with the right arm, Exhale, press the right elbow outside of the left knee and turn to the left side. The most important is that you keep both sitting bones on the ground, especially grounding firmly to the left sitting bone. And you try to create space between the left knee and left sitting bone. And turn even more to the chest, check on what is happening behind the left shoulder. So the neck is long, there is no any compression, and continue with the breath. Inhale, slowly come to the center. Last 2 poses for today. You're going to open your legs a little bit wider, at a wide angle. You're going to work on your sitting bones backward. And I ask you to bend your knees. So either you're going to grab your ankles, but working on stretching with the lower back, or you can grab the feet and maybe staying here. But you're firmly working and you really feel how your sitting bones and heels are pressing down. With your knees bent, you're working on stretching the whole front body forward. With the time, the body will start going between the both knees. And then only you will be able to place your belly button and stretch your legs and go all the way down. So take your time. There is no rushing. There is no ambition in yoga. The body needs compassion. The body needs understanding. The body has its own limits. If you continue pressing in, there will be resistance. And the resistance may cause injuries. Yoga is the unity. This is where we learn to listen to the body. This is where we unite with the body, with the wisdom of our body, with the knowledge of the body. This is where we really start feeling and understanding the needs of the body. We call it temple, the temple of the spirit. Inhale slowly. Oh, yeah. Just close your eyes, just feel. I want you to look down into your pelvic floor because this is most of the time where we are holding so much tension. Feel how your sitting bones are pressing down. Are you both sitting bones are evenly pressing to the ground? If you feel that one is pressing less to the ground, even more into the weak area. Bring both knees on the ground, all the knees together. I'm going to put my t-shirt in. You lay down on the floor and bring both knees toward your chest. Bring both knees toward your chest. Kind of like inverted child position. From here, keeping the knees as close as possible, bring your arms like cactus arms and drop your knees on one side. You can turn and look into the opposite direction and just stay here in this supine twist. Breathe into it. Massaging your internal organs, increasing the blood circulation, activating the diaphragm in different angles. And here, slowly bring your knees to the center. And we're going to repeat on the other side. You put your shoulders on the floor. Stay with the breath. Check on your face muscles if there's any tension, can you relax them more. We continue breathing through your eyebrow. And here, bring your both knees to the center. And from here, we're going to go into Shavasana, into our last favorite pose, the corpse pose. So, which is the most challenging. If you have any problems with the lower back, I would advise you to put a blanket or maybe pillow under your knees. So that your knees will be higher than your hips. That will allow to relax your hip flexors and you'll be able to experience a deeper relaxation in Shavasana. Just a few minutes in this pose. Try to fully empty your mind, soften your body. This is the challenge, to stop thinking and to surrender to the inner wisdom of our physical body. Bring the awareness to the breath. Take a few deep breaths. Bring your awareness to space around you. Feel your body lying on the ground and the floor. Look in the body. Take a deep breath and move your fingers, stretch your toes. To energize the body, bring it up, relax. Take a deep breath and stretch yourself as you're waking up. From here on to one side, and you slowly, without rushing, you will slowly come to a comfortable seated position for some pranayama and basic meditation. So I'm going to use the pillow. You can sit on the pillow. A simple cross-legged position, so your hips are grounded, your knees are grounded. You're going to do the cleansing breath first. So you can hold, keep your eyes closed, just relax. So inhale through the nose, you have the dry breath. And exhale through the mouth, very softly, very gently, and slowly. Okay, soft exhale, removing all tension and resistance from within. So inhale, exhale through the mouth, slowly and softly. So if you know the breath, feel the difference. Now we're going to do the breath with the counting. So I'm going to inhale and count 5, and hold the breath and count 5. And then slowly we're going to exhale through the nose and count up 10. I will be dying there. So shoulders are, pull your shoulders back and down, lift the heart. Keep your spine straight. It's very important so the energy flows straight to the central energy channel. There's no any blockages in particular areas of the chakras. So fully exhale. Inhale for the nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for the nose. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Few more times like this. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Again, cleansing breath. Fully slowly exhale through the mouth. Relax your shoulders, let it go. Keep it inside. One more time. Inhale. And exhale as slow and wide and soft as possible, forcing all the air out. And continue with the normal breath. If you want to, continue with the breath. This is where we enter into the meditation state for just a few minutes. Again, keep your spine straight, keep your face soft, and you just focus on your breath. At first, we try to gently take the attention away from this present moment. And rediscover that, bring the attention into this moment. And continue on the meditation. And walk hands and head to the great position in the moment. Forward, forward, as we move. Always remember, it's a perfect balance between mind, body, and the spirit. The mind is helping touch every side of the full practice. Our connection one on to zero practice. Inhale. Exhale down to the heart. With all the love in this heart. Toward the being, toward the soul. And so further by opening the heart all the way up to the sky, setting the message of openness, then you shake the transformations. Hands on the ground, on the floor, the back. Next step. Thank you so much for joining me today, and practicing yoga with you today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you feel like you want to meditate, you can continue to do so. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, you can write it down. You can share how you feel and how was your experience today with this after this yoga class. I will be very happy to receive your feedback. If you can tell anything here in the chat room or if I appreciate it, if not, I'll be very happy to receive some messages from you. Again, thank you so much. All the good blessings to you all. Thank you.